Good evening, folks. I'm gonna say this once again. Are you ready for the madness? March Madness! Yeah, that's right. March Madness really kicking in, isn't it? Well, if you haven't filled out any of those brackets, I'm sure they're all busted. Because mine sure is. Well, with that being said, I'll try to make this go quicker than what did the last time. This is March Madness high school style. And this is the boys version. Well, I apologize for it being as long as it was the last time. I'll try to make it go as quick as this time. Well, we did it from 79 to 80. Well, with Class A, AA upsets in the Athens Regional. Portsmouth upset Columbus Centennial, 57-51. And the Regional Championship, Portsmouth upset Waverly by a point, 49-48. Then the Final Four, Portsmouth, who finished 21-6, upset Willard, who was undefeated at the time at 26-0, finished at 26-1, 65-53. And Portsmouth ended up losing at the end at 21-6. Then 80-81 Class A Championship, Kalida, who was 27-1, ended up beating Columbus Academy, who was undefeated at 27-0. They won 58-44. Good game. Kalida finished at 27-1. They were 26-1. Then 80-81 Class AAA in the Final Four. Wadsworth, who finished the season at 22-6, took on Cleveland John Adams, who was 24-2, 59-57. Good game that one was. Then we talk about 81-82 in Class A, Final Four. Bishop Fenwick, who finished the season at 20-7, defeated Delphus St. John's, who was 24-2, but they ended up at 24-3, 50-48. It was kind of back and forth throughout the whole game. Then the championship. Oh yeah, I misspoke that. Excuse me. They actually won the title. 21. They were 21-7. Bishop Fenwick defeated Racine Southern, who was 26-1, but they ended up 26-2 after a 64-44 stomping. Hats off to Bishop Fenwick. Then 81-82, Class AA, Youngstown Rayon, who was 20 and... Let's see there. Yeah. It was 20-7. Beat Wheelersburg 61-45. Good game. And then Dayton Roth defeated Willard 74-61. Dayton Roth was 24-4. Willard was 26-1. Then the class, then 1984-85, that Class AA Final Four, Lennon McKinley, 20-8, defeats Cincinnati McNicholas, 62-57. Good game. Then Class AAA, good game there. And then the Canton Regional, Lancaster upsets Walsh Juicet, 73-67. Then North Canton Hoover beats Lancaster, upsets Lancaster, 72-68. Then the Final Four, Mansfield beats beats North Canton Hoover, 65-55. And then in Class A in 1985-86 in the Final Four, Dayton Jefferson, who was 18-9, ends up beating Berlin Highland by only a point, 63-62. It all came down to the final few in the final quarter. Then the Class AAA in that same year, Lancaster ends up upsetting Delaware Hayes, who was unbeaten, the top #1 team then, winning 62-53. But then Columbus South ends up beating them, beating Lancaster in the regional championship, 41-40. Then Columbus South beats Admiral King, who was 19-9, who finished the season at 19-9 in the Final Four, but they fall in the championship apparently. 55, Admiral King 46. Admiral King finished the season at 23-4. Then the 86-87 season, in the Class A, Fort Loramie, who finished the season at 22-6, beat Bucyrus Winford, who finished the season at 24-3, 68-50. Then in 1986-87 season, in Class AA, the Dayton Regional, Dayton Jefferson defeats Cincinnati Forest Park, 86-62. Then they end up beating New Lebanon Dixie, 67-60. Then they end up upsetting Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. We all know who went to that school. 77-75. Very good game. Then in 1987-88, Division I, Final Four, Leonard McKinley, 69, Admiral King, 68. Back and forth game that one was. Then in Division 4 the same year, in 88-89, I can't really read real well for some odd reason, Columbus Werrell, who finished 20-6, ends up being Springfield Central Catholic, and their undefeated streak, 49-44. In the championship, I misread again for some odd reason. Columbus Werrell wins the title, 83-81 over Lummus Central Catholic, who finished the season at 23-4, and they were 23-3. Very good game that one was. In Division 3, Akron Hoban beats Bucyrus Winford, who was 19-7. Finished the season at 19-7 as the state as they move on to the championship, took on Bucyrus Winford, who is 24-2. And what a game. 75-61. Then they took on Cincinnati North College Hill in the championship, who is 25-1. At 19-7, literally, Akron Hoban trailed badly. Then came the third quarter, they took command. Fourth quarter, back in their hands. It was a tied game. Regulation. End of regulation, tied game. Good game. 52-49 in overtime. Actually, take that back, double overtime. Then in 88-89, in Division 1, Cleveland St. Joseph beats Western Reserve, 61-59. Good game. Then in 90-91, Lancaster beats my alma mater, beats Sandusky, 62-55. Then Pickerington beats Newark, 42-37. Then we end up beating Pickerington in the regional championship, 50-37. Then the Final Four, Cleveland St. Joseph, Massillon Perry, 68. Massillon Perry, 62. Good game. Then the championship, Cleveland Villa, Angeles St. Joseph finished the season at 23-4, while they ended up beating Lakota 76-72, the same team that beat my alma mater in overtime, 50-47. Such a disappointment. Then Gilmore Academy in the Final Four in Division 4, the 91-92 season, ends up beating Cincinnati Summit Country Day 59-53. Good game that one was. And then in 91-92 season in Division 3, Homer Patrick Henry ends up beating Miami East 70-51. Some pretty good games. And let's see here. Then we go to 92-93 in Division 3, Toledo Regional. Coldwater ends up beating Bucyrus Winford 61-49. And Coldwater ends up beating Homer Patrick Henry 56-52. Good game that one was. In the Dayton Regional, Cincinnati McNicholas ends up beating Jamestown Greenview 51-37. And Cincinnati McNicholas ends up beating Cincinnati Academy of Physical Education 69-64. Now, both those teams were Cinderella stories. Kind of like what we're seeing in college today. Funny, we should ask. Coldwater finished the season at 10-17, while Cincinnati McNicholas finished at 12-15. Two losing teams. Now, Campbell McKinley in that year ended up beating Belpre in Division 3 47-39. They finished at 21-6, while Belpre finished at 25-2. Now, 92-93 Division 2, Girard ends up beating Whitehall Yearling 64-57. Good game. Some pretty daggone good teams, I gotta say. Very talented teams out of all those teams. And then in 92-93 Division 1, Cincinnati Elder upsets Stow 87-81. Cincinnati Elder ended up winning Division 1. Then in 91-92 in Division 2. Oh, I must have switched aside. Excuse me. Cleveland St. Joseph, Cleveland Villa, Angeles St. Joseph upsets Cambridge 58-57. Good game that one was. And then in the championship, they end up being St. Charles, Cleveland Villa, Angeles St. Joseph, that is, 61-48. And St. Charles finishes the season at 25-2, while Cambridge finished 24-3. And St. Joseph finished 18-9. In Division 1, Lima Senior ends up beating Canton McKinley by a 3-pointer in the Final Four, 91-88. In Division 4 in the Final Four, Fort Loramie in 92-93 ends up winning over Lima Central Catholic 43-42. Handing Lima Central Catholic its first loss of the season and only loss. And then we got 93-94. Some good games. In Division 3, Youngstown Ursuline who finished 16-10, ends up being Indian Valley 38-36. In the championship, they did the same thing at 17-10, excuse me, as my brain's really catching up to me. They end up beating Lima Central Catholic 55-53. In Division 2, the championship, Cleveland Villa Angeles St. Joseph ends up beating West Zone 73-59. Some good games. And then we go to Division 4, 94-95. An interesting games they are. And then Columbus Regional, Delphos St. John's beats Crestline 63-52. And then they beat Portsmouth and East in overtime 69-66. But they finished the season at 10-15. In Division 2, 94-95 season. And the Athens Regional, Cambridge beats Steubenville 56-51. Then they beat Greenfield McLean 52-48. And the Final Four, Cambridge 17, Clyde 46. 66-46. I don't know what is wrong with me tonight. Let's just have a fun renegade night. Then the championship in Division 1 in 94-95. Good season. Zanesville, who is number 3, ends up upsetting the number 1 team in the state. Cleveland Heights, 69-68 in overtime. Funny thing about Zanesville is they're in our league, in my alma mater's league, Lancaster. We beat them, but we had to surrender that win due to the fact that we had an ineligible player, so that's how that one worked. So now we move on. 95-96 season. Good season there when Cincinnati LaSalle, in the Final Four, when Cincinnati LaSalle took on Lakewood St. Edward. LaSalle finished at 6. LaSalle ends up beating Lakewood St. Edward 60-54. Then Cincinnati LaSalle ends up winning the championship over Toledo St. John's Jesuit 59-56. Good game. Then in Division 3, Miami East ends up upsetting North Adams, who is 25-0, 68-66. Miami East then wins the title at 20-7 over Archbold, who was also unbeaten. Good game there. 58-53. Then the championship, Springfield Central Catholic was 24-3, end up beating Lincoln View 26-1, finished the season at 26-1, 75-52. Good game. That was 95-96. The wins in the 96-97 loss seem to have no bounds. There were no upsets those years because, at least not recorded on record. So we jump to 97-98. In Division 1, Cleveland St. Ignatius upset Canton McKinley 68-62. And then in Division 2, Cleveland Benedictine upset Hamilton Baden 68-52 in overtime. Then in the championship, Cleveland Benedictine upset Dover 57-48. Good game. Very good game. Then 97-98, Cincinnati Indian Hill beat Maslin Tulsa 87-71. And then in Division 4 the same year, the Columbus Regional, Grandview Heights beat Gloucester Trumbull 73-51. Grandview Heights beat Norwalk St. Paul 60-36. And that's how that all ended. Then the 98-99 season, we go like how we did in the other one, and with the girls. This is how Cincinnati Moeller got on the map. Canton Glen Oak upsets number 16 Massillon Washington 50-48. Hilliard Davidson upsets Number 15, Newark, 66-60. That was in the district semifinal. And then Medina gets up, number 13, Medina gets upset in the sectional final by Lakewood, 44-41. In the regional semifinal, Cleveland St. Ignatius upsets number 12, Toledo Central Catholic. Badly. 55-53. I didn't put that down, I think. Yeah. Then the sectional final, Fremont Ross beats number 11, Sandusky, 63-50. Then the eventual champion, who wasn't even ranked, Cincinnati Moeller, upsets, who finished at 21-6, upsets number 10, Beaver Creek, who was unbeaten, at 25-1. 59-57 in the regional final. In the sectional final, Cuyahoga Falls, 49. Number 9, Akron Butchell, 47. In the district semifinal, in the district final, Cleveland St. Ignatius, 55. Number 8, Middleburg Heights Mid-Park, 54. District semifinal, Toledo St. Francis de Sales, 54. And number 6, Toledo St. John's, 45. And then district semifinal, Upper Arlington, 80. Number 3, Columbus West, 66. A lot of respect for Columbus West back in the day, but they seem to have lost a lot of those good players since then. Then the district semifinals. Then in the regional finals, Cincinnati Moeller, 67. Shaker Heights, 62. And then the district final, Toledo Central Catholic, 64. Number 1, Salina, 61. I talk a little longer, but unfortunately there's things I gotta do. With that, I'll talk to you. I'll do a little more to this tomorrow. With that, I'll talk later. Bye. Peace.